Hi everybody, I'm Aryan Rasoulipour. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about morphology as one of the most important subfields of linguistic sciences throughout the world. Okay, what is morphology? Let me talk about it. Morphology is scientific study of internal structures of words in any languages. Okay, so what is morpheme in morphology? Each of the meaningful parts of words called morphemes. For example, consider the word of unpredictable, which is consisted of four morphemes inside it. Un as a not or negative prefix, pre as a prefix that refers to past events, and also dict as a root of the word, and finally, at the last but not least, able as suffix of that depicts ability. Okay, so in the morphology science, we should consider some regardful tips. Tip one or the first tip is that when two or more words occur together, mostly in speech sound, their boundaries will be changed throughout history and afterwards someday considered as a single word among speakers of that language. For example, the word ice cream was historically its earliest known usage of English language officially refers to the King Charles I of England was known firstly served at a dessert called the cream ice in the late 17th century, and then this word adopted and changed gradually in the early 18th century by American colonists into the iced cream. And then finally, in the late 18th century, it became and transferred to create single word of ice cream by Americans people. So another question that is existed here, what is the main difference between morphemes and words in the most of the language or orally and both universally? In the most of the language in the world can be pronounced individually, but morphemes count for the words are not usually produced by morphemes as the speakers talk, but also words are known as a single cognitive units and selected from the memory of as a whole of each. In the other word, in some languages, it's easier to piece of cake to detect words on the basis of phonological evidence, but something like this is not correct and evident for morphemes. So, morphemes are not directly detectable by phonological order. Okay, we have two main types of morphemes in English language, which is derivated to two others from each other. Firstly, so we should know that we should recognize these four main types of morphemes in English language. The first type is lexical free morphemes. The second one is grammatical free morpheme. The third one is inflectional bound morphemes. And finally, the fourth one is derivational bound morpheme. What are these names? Okay, in the realm of the free morphemes, we have two main types, lexical free morphemes and grammatical free morphemes. What are these? LFM or lexical free morphemes are used as separately, individually has their individual meaning in the dictionaries like house, happy, hungry, and etc. and so on. But the grammatical free morphemes or GFMs are those are meaningful just in grammatical structures. What are and individually are meaningless, such as and, or, even, at, and so on. These are transparent and clear evidence of grammatical free morphemes in the English language. Now, what are the inflectional bound morphemes? Inflectional bound morphemes or IBMs are those morphemes which showing tenses on singularity or plurality of a word and doesn't change the meaning at all, like s, es, ing, to in infinitives form of the words, and something like this. But derivational bound morphemes or DBMs are using to produce new meanings, terms, and changing functions of words from each other, like in the word of teacher. Teach is a verb, and er as a derivation of bound morpheme changes its meaning to somebody who teaches something. Or in the word of workless, work is a noun and word, and less is a derivation of bound morpheme that somebody doesn't have work, or homeless, or irrelevant is other type of example that the er as a prefix comes to negativize the main part of the word or center core of the word as a relevant. So irrelevant means it's not relevant. Okay, the shapes of morphemes consist, if you we find that morphemes, so we have allomorphs. Allomorphs, what are the allomorphs? We need to mention this in all the description of that language, specifying what the various forms of the and where they occur. Allomorph is a very complicated topic. If you prefer, please write in the comment box. I can produce a separate video, individual video podcast for Alamurf throughout this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please like this video, and if you prefer that, and subscribe my channel and push the notification for further videos that I upload that throughout this channel to engage me to produce that individual videos about morphs. Okay, but another tip is that the distribution of allomorph is usually determined by the sounds directly preceding or following them. It's a critical trick that can help you. If you prefer to know much more about allomorphs, please let me know. Okay, then that's it. Thank you for attending on my YouTube channel and watching this video. Please don't forget there is guidelines. Take care, have a and good luck. Farewell. Goodbye.